In the beginning here itself, I want to ask you, when you think of gulab jamun, rasgulla, candies, cakes, dessert after meals, and even the cola drinks, what comes to your mind? Aren't all these food items tasty? Aren't they all mouth-watering ones? What is common in all these food items that I have just now mentioned? We know they all are sugary food items and they are very tasty, and if once somebody tastes any one of these food items, these sugary tasty food items, they will want to eat more and more and they will crave for it. Therefore, today I am going to tell you in detail why people crave for sugary food item more and more. So be with me till the end of this video. I am going to tell you in detail what is sugar and why a person wants to have sugary food item more and more compared to other food items. Hello, welcome to Dr. Akin Clicks, and I am Dr. Akin. Today I am going to talk to you regarding why when you and I taste a sugary food item, we want to eat more and more. Basically, we crave more for that sugary taste food items. Sugar is the common term to describe the molecule carbohydrates, and it is found in wide ranges of food and drinks. When you look at the label of a food packet or food covering, you will find that it is written glucose, sucrose, fructose, lactose, maltose, and starch. These all are forms of sugars, and sugars are found in honey, raw sugar, fruit juices. They are also found in dry fruit, tomato sauce, yogurt, chocolate bar, and in wide variety of food items the sugars are found. Now you can notice that sugar is present everywhere, and sugar is very tasty for us, for human being. And once a person tastes a sugary item, he or she wants to eat more and more, and there is more cravings for the sugary food items. So today I am going to discuss with you what happens when sugary food item touches our tongue, and how the signal goes to our brain, and what stimulates us to be craving for more and more sugary food items. I am going to tell you in detail, step by step. Now let us begin. For example, when we take a bite of a cake, the sugar in the cake activates the taste bud receptors present on the tongue, and from the taste receptors of the tongue, the signal goes to the brainstem. From the brainstem, the signal further goes to different regions of the brain, and one of them is cerebral cortex. Cerebral cortex has different sections that deal with the processing of different tastes like bitter, salty, and sweet. Further, the signal from this cerebral cortex activates the brain rewarding system. Brain rewarding system is a complex, complicated chemical and electrical connections in the brain that are spread over different regions of the brain. The brain rewarding system will help you to answer the question. The question was, should I do that thing again? Should I eat that cake again? And that brain rewarding system, once activated, will help you, will enable you to eat that piece of cake again and again, because there is sugar in it, and sugar is one of the many things that activates the brain rewarding system. Remember that brain rewarding system is activated by other things other than food. Remember that socializing, sexual behavior, and drugs are also one of the many prominent things that activate the brain rewarding system. You need to know that overactivating the brain rewarding system leads to unfortunate events like loss of control, craving, and increased tolerance to sugars. Therefore, when a person takes a sugar food item, he or she will want to eat or drink more and more of that sugar food item. It is because the sugar activates or stimulates the brain rewarding system. Therefore, once you taste a sugary food item, you will want more and more. Your brain rewarding system will command you to have more and more sugary food item. Therefore, you know that people never get fed up of sugary food item. Once they taste the sugary food item, they will be wanting to have more and more. Now you should also know the main driving force behind the brain rewarding system. The driving force behind the brain rewarding system is dopamine. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter. Basically, it is a chemical. And there are many numbers of dopamine receptors in the brain, especially in the forebrain. Though the dopamine receptors are scattered and not evenly distributed, but in certain areas the dopamine receptors are densely cluttered, and these dopamine receptors are the major force behind the brain rewarding system, and they activate the dopamine. Also, you have to remember that drugs like alcohol, nicotine, heroin overstimulate the dopamine, thereby overactivating the brain rewarding system. Because of overstimulating of dopamine and overactivating of brain rewarding system, some people always want to be on high, and they always want to have these alcohol, nicotine, heroin and drugs, and thereby because of these overactivating the brain rewarding system, they become addicted to these. Sugar also causes dopamine to be released. Once dopamine, the neurotransmitter, is released in brain, this activates the brain rewarding system. Though drugs also activate the brain rewarding system, but the activation of sugar of the brain rewarding system is not as violent as the drugs. Now, if you eat the same food again and again in many days in a row, then the dopamine level will become less and less, and one day it will be significantly reduced. When the dopamine levels are significantly reduced, the brain rewarding system is also not activated enough. Therefore, when you eat a dish again and again, the dopamine levels will be reduced significantly, and then you will be getting bored of that food stuff, and finally you will refuse to eat that food. But remember that in case of sugary food item, the dopamine will be continued to be released and brain rewarding system will be activated. Therefore, sugar is a kind of food item which cannot be refused by the body, which cannot be neglected by the body. Instead, you will want to have sugary food item more and more, again and again, once you have tasted, and there will be craving for sugary food item, there will be craving for sweet food item. Therefore, one of the unique thing of this sugar is that your body refuses to not eat the sugary food item. So you will find that once people taste a sugary food item, they will want to eat more and more. They will want to enjoy more and more. Once the doctor tells you, then you will find it difficult to put off the sugary food item. Therefore, remember that it is because of the dopamine and it is because of the activation of the brain rewarding system that makes you to eat more and more sugary food item or sugar food products. Therefore, remember that it is good to eat sometimes, occasionally, in a function, in a party, sugary food products, sugary food item. But if you overeat, if you eat lots of sugar food products, then there are lots of complications related to sugar in our body. So remember these things what I have said and why a person always craves for sugar food item and cannot reject a sugar food item, instead wants to eat more and more, instead wants to drink more and more sweet drinks. This is the reason, and the reason is dopamine and brain rewarding system. But overeating the sugary food product, overeating the sweet food products is not good for health. If you like this video, please press the like button, and if you are visiting my channel for the first time, please like, subscribe and press the bell icon to receive latest regular notifications whenever I upload a new video on health and health related issues. Thank you for watching.